we're gonna try to make this work. We're gonna try to make this real. And we're gonna try to make this good. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Geekswagg Please. Buddy Shuttlesworth edition. Welcome back, y'all.
Geekswagg Please.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happens when you got family going crazy in the background. But as I was mouthing to you, what we're going to do is we're going to do the last days of my team, the last days of Bunneh Shuttlesworth. So probably for the first hour and a half, we're going to do a bit of my team. And then the last hour and a half going into midnight, we are going to do Bunneh Shuttlesworth and see whether or not we can get another game or two under his belt and push even further towards the playoffs and see if we can get him into the playoffs with his Phoenix Suns team. You saw there that I was playing around with the lineups, and it was okay. My lineups were fine. Got Karl Anthony Towns in another pack, which is good. I don't particularly want JaVale McGee, but you know, he served his purpose. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to see if we can get a couple of more of these historic team packs. Just a couple.
Ready to go?
But we got to play smart.
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Bibby is out there with Collins. Then there's Irving. Then it's Dawkins. And it's McGinnis in at the 4 slot. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Stop it,
Bibby's
Bibby.
got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for Philadelphia. Payton with the ball. Left side Gasol. It's stolen. And here's Bibby.
Oh, come on, man.
Collins passes to Dawkins. And Dawkins slams it in.
Somehow I knew he was going to do that.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Connects from
Oh,
three-point range.
Millsap running like
There's a chance he
Kevin
can go
Durant.
for a big game if they don't D him
That.
up on the perimeter.
To the wing on the left. Collins passes to Dawkins. Philadelphia moving the ball around from about 16. Shot by Collins, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him.
Oh, KD.
Minneapolis on D. Dishes to Bibby. Collins passes to Dawkins.
I keep forgetting. We got to get the game plan going. Get that pressure.
Misses off the left iron.
That's right. Go.
Great looking defense, really,
go.
just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Look at that.
Allen,
We're
that's
down
good.
from the corner.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Bibby kicks to Irving. Pass to Dawkins. Gasol with the steal. Here's Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
Look
And
at
guys
that.
got careless with the ball there, and the
Good play,
turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
So he gets the whistle.
Oh, man.
Contact on the way up, and
Whistle,
2
gotcha.
shots coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate
Face
there.
McGinnis.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
He's perfect from the
That's
line
right.
this
The
time.
Wakanda Panthers, the Minneapolis Panthers are
And
doing the
Minneapolis has possession.
going around you. Going around you.
Payton drives in. Over in the corner, Allen. He dishes it to Millsap. Jacks up a 3. Allen's shot is off.
He certainly
First
didn't take
time should've
advantage of
been
the
the
poor
one.
defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Now, here is Irving. Shoots from the elbow. Nice
Oh,
jump shot.
goodness.
Good.
Talk to
Irving's
Jay.
got his first 2 points. And first time out of the game called for Minneapolis.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that
We can't do this normal. We gotta push it. Why is he coming in? Come on,
Hey,
man.
you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
And it's a completely new group out there for Minneapolis. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Free's checked in for Bibby. Free passes to Collins.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Catchings is checked in for Dawkins. Mix comes in for McGinnis. And Dunleavy's subbed in for Collins. Wall against Free. Feeds it to Irving. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Ryan is checked in for Irving. .135 left to play here in the first. Nowitzki. And another miss by Minneapolis.
Why is he fading away like
Really
that?
sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Wall against Free. Left side, Wall. And another miss by Minneapolis.
That was horrible.
Mix passes to Dunleavy. To the paint. Here's Catchings. And the shot is long. And here's Minneapolis now. Nowitzki dishes to Johnson. Puts one up from 19.
He missed that.
Lopez, no
Come
luck.
on, Brooke.
Here's Catchings. Lopez covering.
We're wasting a lot of time to get some scores and some points. We should be well over 100 by now.
40 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's World B Free. It's hauled in by Nowitzki. Johnson kicks to Lopez. Takes the 13-footer. That one
go.
a tad offline to the right, but
Put the
drops
post
in
move
for
on.
him.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Wall against Free. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Ryan passes to Dunleavy. Rejected by Nowitzki.
There you go.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nowitzki.
Put 7 foot on him. Why have we got Steve Nash in there? It's because I got the different squad, that's why.
8 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Free. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
All right. That means we just got to switch up our.
We get back to the second quarter.
We're gonna switch up our
Guys,
lineup
what
next
stands
time.
out to you from Minneapolis in this one?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open
Oh,
floor,
there's
taking
Stevie Nash.
advantage of
Oh,
all those fast
Nowitzki's
break
not
chances
here.
here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
We've got Bradley. Brooke Lopez is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Brown, and it's Nash in at the 1 spot. Off the inbound. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. This is his first free throw of the game. First one falls for him.
One of the best free throw shooters ever. Put me on the line, baby. Strip.
And so Nash nails both of them.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter.
No.
So on the floor for Philadelphia.
Injured himself. He ran into
We've
the
got
thing.
Irving. Bibby is out there with Collins. And it's McGinnis. And it's Catchings in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here is Bibby. Good on that shot. And with that, the
That's right.
Minneapolis
Should've
lead is
pinned
cut
that.
down now to just 2 on the basket from McGinnis.
goodness. He's mad fast, isn't he?
Here's Bradley. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They ran that inbound play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Philadelphia trails by 4. Bibby dishes to Collins. Here's Dawkins. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Brown kicks to Nash. And it's off from three-point range.
Too close, huh?
Bibby with it. Guarded now by Nash.
Good foul.
And the whistle blows
Bad
as
foul.
the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low.
All right.
And I really thought he would be.
Time to push up the
You
score.
know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And Minneapolis making a change here. Gasol's checked in.
There you go.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter.
Take it.
Right wing. Collins passes to McGinnis. Here's the screen. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
The pick wasn't ultra effective, but it got him just enough room for the score.
It's tipped
Ooh.
and stolen by Irving. Here's Collins. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. And here's Brown outside.
Boom.
And he's good on the 3-ball. Brown's got the
Really
lead up
just
to 4 now
drop
for
it down.
Minneapolis.
Or Trey, whatever.
Bibby against Nash. Bibby up top, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That is his first foul of the game for Minneapolis. Brogdon, he's checked in for Brown, and it's Payton in for Steve Nash. Now, here is Bibby. Dawkins, the pass to McGinnis. Yes, that goes in.
Boo.
McGinnis has got 8 points.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Bibby against Payton. And the shot goes
There you
down.
go.
Payton's got his first
Let's get
bucket
the
of the
shot.
night.
That's all I want.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Out of bounds, Minneapolis takes possession.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major
Thank you.
unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
For Minneapolis, Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Gasol. Kevin Durant comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Johnson in for Bradley. And Philadelphia will go
Rip.
for a different look here. Mix checked in for Dawkins.
leave him
Bryant comes in for Irving. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Collins. And Freeze subbed in for Bibby. Dunleavy, again, Philadelphia.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Minneapolis leading by 5. Durant for 3.
It was too
It's
quick.
hauled in by McGinnis.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's the screen from 20 feet out. John Wall's checked in for Gary Payton. Catchings, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
Thank you.
1:37 left here in the second. Out to the right wing. Here's Brogdon.
Oh, we missed it.
Philadelphia trails by 5.
How could you miss that?
Near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Right wing. Lets it go. Minneapolis moving it around.
There it is. What?
Durant, no good.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game. .59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And Nowitzki with the block. Here's Brogdon. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Brogdon's got 5 now.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Dunleavy, the pass to Mix. 36 seconds left in the first half of basketball. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the pass to Free. No good that time. Minneapolis goes the other way with it. Wall passes to Brogdon. Inside. And now Philadelphia on the break. Now the feed to Bryant. Now Dunleavy. 1 second left. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And we've reached halftime in this one. Minneapolis ahead, up by 8. And we'll be back with you right after this.
How many points I have?
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Should have been more.
And we hope you've enjoyed. And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
You know what, Ernie? I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of.
And in a matter of moments.
That's right. Bench play.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Let's see.
Minneapolis leading by 8. Durant is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Allen. Then there's Payton. And it's Gasol in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. Now here's Millsap. Out to Payton. 5 to shoot. Allen for 3. It's rebounded by Bibby. Philadelphia trails by 8.
It's kind of a shot.
Down low. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Payton dishes to Allen. Here's Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Quick hands on the steal and just mad hops on the slam.
Great
we gotta get over
sequence for them
300
defensively and offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
We are getting the blocks here, people.
Ball's knocked loose. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those
Very
are the
good.
kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Bradley's checked in for Kevin Durant. Allen kicks to Payton, the 10-footer. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Back out.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Pass to McGinnis. Rejected by Gasol. Bradley, no one around him. The offensive rebound. From the arc, Millsap has the open look.
Oh, he
The shot,
missed
no
it.
good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Collins kicks to Bibby. The 3-ball. A rebound by Gasol. Minneapolis leading by 12. Payton in the corner. Trains the three-pointer. Payton's got his second basket of the night.
Most any player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Bibby passes to Collins. Payton outside. Here's Gasol. Offline with his 3. Philadelphia trails by 15.
That's right.
McGinnis with the screen on Payton. And Ray Allen gets the whistle that time.
Ray had that.
That's his first foul. And Minneapolis will go with a different look here. Brooke Lopez is checked in for Gasol.
Oh, here we go.
Nowitzki comes in for Paul
Here we
Millsap.
go.
Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Ray Allen. And Nash is subbed in for Peyton. Catchings, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Free comes in for Collins. And the basket by Free.
And I tell you what, somebody's draped all over him, and he's still able to connect.
Nash against Free. Nowitzki, that's for 2. That one off the back iron and out.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
The shot by Nash, no good.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Come on, man.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean,
that's 3 sequences
when
we
foul.
didn't score.
Brogdon, he's checked in for Minneapolis. Wall comes in for Nash. Philadelphia also making some changes. Mix checked in for McGinnis. Bryant comes in for Irvin. And Dunleavy's subbed in for Bibby. From deep, Wall. And another miss by Minneapolis.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
The shot by Brogdon, no good. Philadelphia trails by 11. The dish to Bryant. And finish off by Bryant.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yep.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? Sometimes just a pause in the action, which is what a timeout can give you, is enough to change things around.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Irving comes in for Bryant. And subbed in for Dunleavy. Here's World B Free, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they immediately get out in transition.
Nowitzki's shot's good.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple. I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Irving. The rebound by Brogdon.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Nowitzki, no good. Philadelphia trails by 10. Outside Irving. Here's Free. He's got 6. Back to Irving. With 1 on the clock. Rejected by Wall.
Go,
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to... Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks. The 4th quarter of play should begin momentarily.
All right, here we go. There we go. Big time run. Big time run. Big time run coming.
On the court for Philadelphia to start the 4th. McGinnis out there with Irving. Then it's Bibby. Then there's Free. And it's Dawkins in at the 5, roaming the paint. No good from Irving.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Nash dishes to Bradley. Back to Nash. Kicks it to Lopez. And it's Free with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The wide open look for Durant. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. And it's 9 points for Kevin Durant. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Minneapolis?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
3 against Wall. Here's free and stolen by Nash. Lobbed up there for Durant. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense, I mean, it's all been terrific.
For Minneapolis, Saul comes in for Brook Lopez. And Paul Millsap is subbed in for John Wall. Bibby passes to Free. Out of bounds, Minneapolis takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Minneapolis leading by 16. To the right side. Nash kicks to Millsap. And it's off from three-point range.
That's the shot right there.
And so here is Philadelphia. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth.
That was a good pass.
And McGinnis throws it down.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Now here's Durant, and it's Nash in the corner. Pass to Gasol. 4 on the clock. Here's Bradley. That's Free with the rebound. Philadelphia trails by 14. He kicks it to Bibby. Passes it to McGinnis. From deep. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got his 4th rebound in this one. Durant, and another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Yeah, you know, stops have not been easy to come by for him. To me, it looks as though they've been lost defensively.
Offensive rebound. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
All those,
Way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
For Minneapolis, Collins checked in for Bradley. And it's Payton in for Steve Nash. Collins checked in for Philadelphia. Nobody near Allen. And the wing jumper offline. Philadelphia trails by 16. Irving dishes to Bibby. Collins passes to McGinnis. It's stolen by Allen. Millsap kicks to Allen. Shoots. Here's Durant. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark. So it's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on it.
And Minneapolis has possession. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. And here's Millsap from the arc. Allen inside. He's guarded by Collins. Allen's shot is off. It's stolen by Allen. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you've played with. And Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Yeah, okay.
Now here's Payton. Millsap with the steal. Allen trying to break free. Millsap misses.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Irving passes to Dawkins. Bibby up top, covered by Payton. The pass to McGinnis. Just 5 on the clock. Gasol with the defensive effort.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Here's Philadelphia. It's an 18-point game. Bibby kicks to Collins. There's the screen. Here's Irving. McGinnis the pass to Dawkins. Poked loose. And pushing it up, here's Minneapolis, and it's denied. And they get it back.
Ray. Right place. Right time. It was nasty, but we got the work done. Been a lot better. Could have been a lot better. So let's see what we get out of this pack. Yeah, I'm like, oh, come on. This is like, whoa, makes no sense. They should be in there at the same time. Whatever. Apply the pages. Flashy passer, no. Yeah, he's already got flashback. We'll just save it. Do it. Break starter. Eric's no. What? Alright, Eric's no. Oh. Oh yeah, we're destroying y'all. We're destroying the heat. Pink diamond. Oh. Okay. We got the matchup. We got the matchup. We got the matchups. Powell knows how to guard Mr. Bosch. He can rebound over him. Millsap and Haslam are going to grind away. They both are pick and pop. Millsap's like an upgraded Udonis Haslam, so I think we got him there. Only problem we're really going to have is with frickin' D-Wade and LeBron. There's no way you can stop either one of them, especially with Ray Ray. Ray Ray's okay defensively, but he's not going to lock down D-Wade. Not in his prime anyways. So, this is a good matchup. No bitch is going to kill him away.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. It's Minneapolis taking on Miami. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. Here are the 5 for Minneapolis. We've got Durant. Allen is out there with Gary Payton. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Gasol in at the center. Now, here's Chalmers.
Oh, hold on.
James dishes to Chalmers. It's taken away
Run.
by Payton.
Run.
1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Good make
There we go,
to get
GP.
things underway.
Yeah, and always a relief, I think, to get those first points out of the way and actually get that first sweat and that first bit of contact in the game, because it just settles you down a little bit. Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Allen outside. Millsap passes to Payton. Good on the shot.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Yep.
Well, I think it's got to serve notice to the defense that it's going to take a much stronger effort than that to contain this guy today. They've got to bring more force if they're going to try to slow him down.
Here's Bosch following the basket by Gary Payton. And the shot goes in.
And that's his go-to move right there in the low post.
Here's Allen. Kicks it to Gasol. And Gasol slams it in.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
First quarter of play with about 1.5 minutes gone. The pass to James. Stolen by Durant. And Bosch gets it to go on the assist by LeBron. Bosch has got his second bucket.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Durant and the jam by Kevin Durant.
Xbox record that.
Step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's James and the dunk by LeBron.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Chalmers against Payton. Bosch, the screen. Here's Wade. And Gasol sends it back. And pushing it up, here's Minneapolis. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
Minneapolis on D. It's a 3-point game. And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. Clock at 6. Back to Chalmers. Off target from outside. Minneapolis leading by 3. It's Allen on the wing. Lots of room. The shot, no good. And Miami the other way now. Bosch dishes to Chalmers.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
A different look for Miami. Miller comes in for Udonis Haslem. And it's Allen in for Dwayne Wade. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played, and the shot goes down.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Well, you know, it's still early, partner, but that's what we're seeing so far, and we know what he can do on one of his better days. He's hard to handle.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
A different look for Miami. Anderson, he's checked in for Bosch. Battier comes in for LeBron. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. Now here's Anderson. There's the pick. Battier, the pass to Cole. Puts up a 3. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Minneapolis leading by 3. Nowitzki gets a wide open look.
Boom.
It's good from long range. Nowitzki's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Now, here is Bunneh. Here's Cole. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Miami shooting their first free throws here tonight. First free throw is good.
Let's continue our little run.
And both free throws good for Cole. .111 left in the first. Wall attacking. Now Allen. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. From past the arc.
Dang it.
And it's Cole missing.
I'll tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
Nowitzki for 3. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time.
Running fade
And that's now 6 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Got a piece of it. Bunneh kicks to Cole. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Cole's got 5.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Nowitzki. And it's Miami with the rebound.
That's his shot.
Here's Cole. 5 points in the game. They set the pick. He kicks it to Allen. Fires for 3.
Nope.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Minneapolis ahead.
Some mental lapses there.
Let's take it
defensively that gave them the scores. We should be up by more.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, what stands out to you from Minneapolis in this one?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
We've got Allen. Chris Bosh is out there with Shane Bunneh. Then there's Chalmers. And it's James in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now, here's Chalmers. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And stolen by Nash. Launches the 3. Ball's knocked loose. Miami trails by 6. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Dirk Nowitzki with the rebound. James against Johnson. Nowitzki outside. Nash with no one around. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple. LeBron kicks to Bunneh. They set the pick. He dishes it to Bosh. It's back to Bunneh. Some solid D from Nowitzki.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Nash dishes to Towns. Johnson, the pass to Nowitzki. Towns sets the pick for Nowitzki. He gives them a double-digit lead.
The pick wasn't ultra effective, but it got him just enough room for the score.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Miami. Dwayne Wade comes in for Ray Allen. And then for Minneapolis, Paul Millsap's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Brown in for Johnson. And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Start it.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
Wade kicks to Chalmers. Haslem a screen. James with it. He's picked up by Millsap. And it's sent back by Millsap. Here's Brown. Chris Bosh with the rebound.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Pau Gasol is checked in for Dirk Nowitzki. Miami shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Nash kicks to Millsap. Stolen by Wade. In transition, here comes Miami. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Miami shooting their fourth and fifth attempts at the free throw line tonight. And he makes the first. And Minneapolis making a change here. Payton's checked in. Both free throws good from Wade. Minneapolis leading by 8. Payton dishes to Gasol. Pass to Bradley. Payton kicks to Gasol. Feeds it to Brown. The jump hook. Unable to get that one.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
And it's Wade penetrating. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, and I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Mike Miller's checked in for Miami. Coles comes in for Mario Chalmers.
That'd be good.
Wade against Bradley. And here's Wade. It's stolen by Bradley. Pass to Brown. Here's Gasol. And a miss there on the triple. Miami trails by 8. Wade passes to Bosch. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. And it's 9 points for Chris Bosch. And first time out of the game called for Minneapolis.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
And Miami making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Brogdon, he's checked in for Minneapolis. Ball comes in for Gary Payton.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Miller with a wide open look. And again, Miami with the triple.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
Bradley dishes to Millsap. Here's Brogdon. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Shane Battier is checked in for Haslem. And it's Allen in for Dwayne Wade. Bradley kicks to Gasol. And here's Wall outside. Good on the triple. Wall's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Allen outside. Here's Cole. Poked away.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Durant, no good. And so we wrap up the first half.
That was a good shot.
Minneapolis leads by 9. Time now for the halftime break. With the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Should have been good.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed. Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench.
Man, come on. What are you
Keep going,
about?
bench guys.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Miami?
Well, I think their problem is rebounding, Ernie. You know, when you're trying to come back in a game, every possession counts because each possession can turn into points, and
that'll do it as the second half is just about ready to begin. Back to Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game. Hey, watch yourself.
We're celebrating. We're the best.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
Take a look at what Peyton's been doing. 9 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Without question, Gary Payton displaying his skills today.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Minneapolis, Paul Millsap out there with Durant. Then there's Allen. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Peyton in at the 1 spot. To the wing right side, Chalmers passes to Bosh. Just 5 to shoot. Miami needs to get a shot off. LeBron shot is off.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the 3 as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
I like that. They obviously put the right guy on him.
Here's Bosh. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
A slight rebound advantage for them. 1 more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead. Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Minneapolis. Chalmers against Peyton. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Minneapolis shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Way to go, Pau.
Miami trails by 14. Now a timeout called by Miami.
Rip it.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Durant. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Haslam a screen. LeBron kicks to Bosh. Jumper, screen, and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Nowitzki, no good.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Goes back up. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Look at GP.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
For Minneapolis, they've been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. Miami trails by 15. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Peyton, count it. Peyton's got 14.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
LeBron against Bradley. LeBron kicks to Bosh. Shot from the wing. Miami no good on that time either.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
It's stolen by Wade.
It's like flash out, not in.
Here's James. And the layup falls. He's got 8.
Well, for one, he hasn't let him down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Here's Gasol. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that,
Rocking it.
And Minneapolis leads by 17. There's 1:47 left in the third. The three from Chalmers. It's hauled in by Minneapolis. Bradley with the ball. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The 9-foot shot. No good from Payton.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And here's Chalmers from the arc. They get it back. Haslem. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Anderson, he's checked in for Bosch. Battier comes in for LeBron. Allen's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Miller subbed in for Mario Chalmers. Battier outside. The feed now to Miller. The three. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance, leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Towns dishes the Wall. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Wall's got his second bucket of the night.
And just a little bit ragged defensively.
Yeah, it's so bad I would even go a step farther and call it raggedy. I mean, that's how their defense has been overall today.
For Miami, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. That free throw missing. And he sinks the second. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. To the middle. Here's Towns. Miami grabs the miss.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Now Anderson. That's tipped. It's stolen by Wall. Got it off in time.
You know why he was up there with the ball. I was like,
and thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Miami trails by 16. Miller is out there with Shane Battier. Then there's Chris Bosch. Then it's Allen. And it's Chalmers in at point. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far. And he just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here.
He'll take those all day long.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That is his first foul of the game. Ron, he was checked in for Miami. And a switch here also for Minneapolis. Millsap's checked in. Allen passes to Battier. And he makes that one.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Towns, the pass to Brogdon. And the dunk by Towns.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big follow.
You know, Kevin, you can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
And Minneapolis making a change here. Gasol's checked in. Miami trails by 16. And the foul called on Joe Johnson. That is his first foul of the game.
He had him out balance. He might as well try for it.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Johnson against James. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
What a night so far for LeBron. He has 8 points and a steal. He's shown some flash with his passing and some grit with his board work.
Yeah, not a combination that too many players in our league possess. The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Bosch kicks to Battier. Dishes it to James. Shoots from 8. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Free throw good, LeBron. Minneapolis leading by 14. Nash outside. Outside Millsap. Nash kicks to Gasol. Back to Nash. Gasol a screen. 6 to shoot. Shoots the 3. The shot, no good. And Miami the other way now. Battier outside, chipped away. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Dwayne Wade, he's checked in for Ray Allen. Wade dishes to James. Bosch against Gasol. Good on that shot. And with that, the Minneapolis lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Chris Bosch. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Oh, it is.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
No good that time. Minneapolis leading by 14. Johnson, the pass to Gasol, and finished off by Gasol.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Miami with the ball. Leaps for it, out of bounds. Minneapolis takes possession. And Miami making a change here. Haslam's checked in. Ray Allen, he's checked in for Minneapolis. Payton comes in for Steve Nash. There's 1:54 left here in the fourth quarter. Ray Allen is on the wing. Outside Millsap. And another miss by Minneapolis.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Got a piece of it. And pushing it up, here's Minneapolis. Johnson's got the ball, but they'll get another chance. Minneapolis moving it around. Allen kicks to Johnson. Back to Allen. Wade with the block. And they'll keep possession. Johnson dishes to Gasol. To the inside. And the jam by Udonis Haslem.
That was good defense.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Allen against Wade. James kicks to Wade. Haslem a screen. Wade passes to Bosch. Trying to find Haslem and gets it to him. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. They get Paul Gasol.
Oh, man.
That's good from Haslem. A different look for Miami. Anderson, he's checked in for Bosch. Jones comes in for James. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. And then for Minneapolis, Durant's checked in for Millsap. Brown comes in for Joe Johnson. Nash is subbed in for Gary Payton. And there's the call on Udonis Haslem. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
It's Gasol missing. And it's Miami's ball. Down by 12. There's the 3. Miami no good on that time either. Here's Durant. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Wade against Allen. There's a screen. Wade dishes to Cole. Miami no good on that time either.
Good sets, good offensive sets are built on solid screens, and that was an example of how you don't want to set a pick.
So Minneapolis wins it. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the...
Paul Millsap should have made more of his shots. A lot of his open shots. Huh? Yes. Just barely enough, though. Thank you, Paul Millsap. His 3 missed shots there in the fourth quarter could have been the difference between 850 and 900. My 2 points. To check to see what Jason Kidd had. I mean, not Jason Kidd, but what Steve Nash had. Man, he was balling. Ugh. Let's see. Do we want to keep him? We want to go Nene. Nene is not as good. Straight up and down. And if we go Chris Webber, we get a slightly better 3-point shooter. But worse on D. What if we put Zeke in there, though? Devastation. Let's put Weber in there. I think he's a better 3-point shooter anyways. Oh, jeez, well. Alright, we got one more game in us. Play the old school Warriors. Oh. Mitch Richmond and Tim Hardaway. Oh. Buckets galore. Their offense was killer. Only problem they had was their defense. Lister and Tyrone Hill were non-factors. They were defensive, though. But that was part of their problem. They didn't have a skilled big man or a rebounder in the paint. There just weren't that many in the league back then. Mitch wasn't a defensive presence at all. You're playing against Michael Jordan, you gotta have something defensively down there. You know, well, time to run up the score. Oh, we're at home too? Show them how it's done.
Well, Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. We've got the visiting team in Minneapolis.
Listen, you are done.
Tip-off goes to Minneapolis. Now the starting group for the visitors. Mullen is out there with Hill. Then it's Richmond. Then there's Lister, and it's Hardaway in at the 1. Good on the triple.
And how about that? Just the easy way to get on the board.
And just like that, Greg, the first lead belongs to them.
Allen against Richmond. Left side, Hardaway.
Oh, don't steal it.
Back to Richmond. Kicks it to Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game. And Minneapolis has possession. Outside Durant. The 11-footer.
No.
One wide left.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
The dish to Richmond. Lister. Good work defensively by Gasol. And here's Minneapolis now. Allen for 3. Hill pulls it in. First quarter, just over a minute played. Knocked away. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Good double team. Let's had you.
Here's Hardaway, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Hardaway has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
We call that a high percentage shot, and when he's the guy taking it, I'd even say it's automatic.
Mullen against Durant. Mullen's shot is off.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
Bad shot.
Richmond outside. Pick up by Hill. Hardaway for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
Right, we got to stay on him.
Hardaway has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Hayton. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
He buries it from 3-point range.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Here's Lister. That's tipped. Gasol with the steal. 3-on-3.
Come on, man. That's not the pass.
And here we go. Hill, nobody back. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And it's a completely new group out there for Minneapolis. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
The bench just got off.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Johnson, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Johnson's got his first bucket in this one. Here's Marshallonis. And it's Hardaway atop the key. The shot. That one off the back iron and out.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Nowitzki, the pass to Wall. Here's Towns. Misses the baby hook.
Missing that for real, Carl Anthony?
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. They double him with Wall. A clear look for Hardaway. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Are you kidding me?
It's an 8-point differential.
Right on.
Snatched away. Logged in the pass to Nowitzki. And it's going to be out of bounds. Minneapolis will retain possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. There's 47 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Higgins, and taken away by Johnson. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. Banked in off the glass.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Marciulionis against Wall. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the pass to Marciulionis. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Higgins. A three-pointer off the mark. Johnson outside. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
The second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Minneapolis. Nash out there with Avery Bradley. Then there's Nowitzki. Then it's Johnson, and it's Towns in at the center.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That's his first foul. Brown, he's checked in for Joe Johnson.
Missing that shot.
Poked loose, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. Towns comes with a double team. Outside Hardaway. Back to Richmond. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. This is his first trip to the line tonight. First one falls for him. Weber, he's checked in for Minneapolis. And so Richmond nails both of them.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Weber against Lister. Weber gets the bucket.
That's just run of the mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
To the middle. And there's Hardaway. That's good on the assist by Richmond. Richmond's got 3 assists now in this one. Nash up on top. Guarded by Hardaway. Weber. That 3 off the mark. Bradley on the double team. Mokeski passes to Hardaway. Mokeski, good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Looks like we're going to ramp up the pressure.
For Minneapolis, Pau Gasol's checked in for Nowitzki. For Bradley. And John Wall subbed in for Steve Nash. Wall attacking. Passes it to Brown. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Brown's got his first 2 points of the night.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here is Hardaway. He's got 11. Feeds to Mullen. 5 to shoot. That one a little long. Minneapolis trails by 8. Here's Wall. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Hardaway with it. Mullen a screen on Wall. Pass to Lister. They set the pick. Hardaway against Wall. A second chance effort, and the layup is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one.
Boy, that sounded like Greg Anthony stealing a little bit of Kevin's thunder. I know this guy's hoping to rouse his teammates for sure with that one.
He is, and Greg sounded better saying it than I did. Here's Hardaway. Minneapolis getting their last shot to go. His three-pointers off the mark.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first. And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
For Minneapolis, Kevin Durant's checked in for Weber, and it's Johnson in for Brown. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Marshallonis against Wall. Higgins passes to Lister. The kick out to Wall. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. 6 points for John Wall. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Minneapolis.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Here's Ellie following the basket by John Wall. On the clock, Marshallonis, and he jams it with authority.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Minneapolis on D after the missed three from Joe Johnson. Higgins, that's good.
Higgins. Heck is Higgins.
30 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Johnson kicks to Gasol with his first shot attempt. A rebound by Lister.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. Knocked loose. Gasol with the steal. Over to the wing. Here's Brogdon. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. And that does it for the first half of...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet. And over to Kenny. What did you think about Golden State?
Well, I see a team that's playing smart, moving the ball around to the open man, just taking what the defense gives them. There's a nice flow, a nice energy, a nice synergy to the game.
Just not rebounding.
It is just about...
Maybe I do need somebody faster than frickin' Chris Webber.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. What can you say? Tim Hardaway, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense and also
Terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
They've got Hill. Richmond is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Lister, and it's Mullen in at the small forward. And Hardaway gets it to go.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that. I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game.
Bang.
Don't waste any possession.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
He kicks to Richmond. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Park down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Minneapolis. Bradley comes in for Kevin Durant. Payton against Hardaway. Now here's Payton. T right on him. Can't hit from the low block. Richmond kicks to Hardaway. Poked loose. Payton against Hardaway. The three from Bradley. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bradley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Hardaway passes to Lister. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here for Minneapolis. Nowitzki comes in for Weber, and it's Nash in for Allen. Minneapolis trails by 5. It's Nash with the drive. Here's Towns. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Nash against Hardaway. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That's foul number 2 for him. Tolbert's checked in for Lister. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And here's Minneapolis now. Bradley can't get it to go.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Shots good by Tolbert.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Now here's Towns. Poked away. Here's Bradley. Nowitzki for 3. Richmond with the rebound.
Everybody's
not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Hardaway kicks to Mullen. Hill up top. Richmond outside. Clock at 6. Launches a 3. They get it again. Mullen. Good D by Payton.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup.
And they turn it over. Stepped in the line that time.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
And Minneapolis making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Marshallonis passes to Tolbert. Here's Marshallonis, defended by Towns. Marshallonis kicks to Richmond. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Minneapolis trails by 5. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Pass to Higgins. Lets it go. Again, Richmond missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Oh.
Outside Mullen. The pass to Marshallonis. Here's Tolbert. They set the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Mullen passes to Higgins. For 3, Richmond. And the three ball is good. Richmond's got 5 now.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Nash kicks to Bradley. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And now the fast break. Nash with the ball.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum. Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Bradley dishes to Nash. Bradley kicks to Nowitzki. Good on the triple. Nowitzki's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one.
Okay. We got to bring this back.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point.
We're not going to make the point total even if we win at this rate.
And Minneapolis has possession. They trail by 3. We've got Johnson all out there with Brogdon. And it's Durant. And it's Weber in at the 5.
And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
I certainly would be feeling good. Fourth quarter, momentum with them, ahead of steam. They've got to be feeling confident now.
Pau Gasol's checked in for Johnson. And Gasol comes to help. Here's Higgins, defended by Durant. Marshallonis' shot is off.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Hill, he's checked in for Marshallonis. Durant's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's Hardaway, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
And you know that's right. I mean, he's looking to put his stamp all over this game.
Here is Wall. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. That's 12 points for John Wall.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Hardaway against Wall. And Gasol sends it back. And here we go.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
There's the screen. Hardaway against Weber. Hardaway passes to Lister. Shot clock at 6. 18 feet out. Yeah, it's hauled in by Minneapolis.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Durant just inside the line. The kick out to Wall. The feed to Durant. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
Ray Allen, he's checked in for Minneapolis. And Gasol comes to help. Looking to end the run. Off the left rim and up.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
The dive for the ball. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Durant's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. They set the screen. Richmond for 3. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 4th assist in this one. Richmond with the steal.
Freaking.
Hardaway against Wall. Outside Hardaway. Passes to Lister. Back to Hardaway. It's stolen by Wall. It's Allen on the wing. Guarded by Hardaway. Hardaway against Allen. Wall dishes to Gasol and finished off by Gasol.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Hill kicks to Richmond. Second chance shot. Again, Richmond missing. Minneapolis leading by 4. And Ray Allen gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Peyton, he's checked in for Minneapolis. And Gasol comes to help. Now here is Hardaway. Richmond outside. The putback. Chris Webber comes up with a rebound. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Now here's Gasol. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, a bit over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
And Minneapolis making a change here. Wall's checked in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, well, during the break, I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep him focused.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Well, I agree with you wholeheartedly there. I mean, this is one guy who just does not know how to back down, and especially when the game's on the line in crunch time.
Mullen with the 3. Out of bounds. Minneapolis takes possession. Good shot. .27 seconds left in the game. And so they foul intentionally. .26 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
Stretch it. Chris or Mitch get that ball.
Here is Richmond. Misses off the right iron.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting
come on, man.
basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point. No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Guys, what do you think?
You know what? You can talk all you want, but I just don't see a scenario that's going to get them back in it.
Yeah, who knows what he's drawing up in there. Maybe working on a play for down the road in another game. But whatever it is, it's too late for this one.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Hey, give it to him.
Ellie passes to Higgins. Shoots a 3. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Brown. Here's Durant. And another miss by Minneapolis. Off the mark. So Minneapolis wins it. Even early on in this one.
I blame Chris Webber. That's who I blame. Works for me. Okay. It's time for Bunneh Shuttlesworth. We did what we could. Absolutely did what we could. Okay. Two games. Let's do it. We don't care. Great offense, mediocre defense.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
With Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Aristotle, Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sport. Tonight, it'll be the Sacramento Kings up against the Phoenix Suns. Well, for the Suns, we're seeing a team now that looks like it's hitting its stride. Just as we're getting through the dog days of the midseason, they're playing their best basketball. And with All-Star Weekend fast approaching, it's always a great time. But the league has made some tweaks over the years. Shaq, anything you'd change or add to the events?
Listen, forget the tweaks. We need to get the big stars to participate in the dunk contest. First dunk contest I seen, Dominique, Jordan, Dr. J, big guys. So big guys, I know you're listening. I know you're playing. Step up. Get back in the dunk contest. I'll put some money up. You want me to put some money up? I'll put some money up.
He's got it.
First prize, 1 million
stacks
of potato chips.
There it is.
Ooh, I'm in.
Oh, I'm in too. Crunch, crunch. I'll tell you.
Crunch, crunch.
I'll tell you, man. The one thing I would like to see, I would like to see a one-on-one contest. Remember back in the day they used to have the one-on-one contest? and then the winners would play at All-Star Weekend. You're too young for it. Remember this, Jeff?
Yes.
The one-on-one contest they used to have. Could you imagine who's the best one-on-one player in the
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony.
Right.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave. Well, Dave, thanks for that. It's incredible how the tandem of Prez and Young move in concert out there.
Orange juice has absolutely taken the league by storm. A year ago, a statement like that would have made no sense at all. But right now, they are the talk of the NBA.
Chris, how much do players worry about being traded right around the All-Star break?
Well, you know, it depends on the player. And somehow, you know, you could also ask, Kevin, how many players are praying they get traded by the All-Star break. Each situation is different, but you do know that that is the time. So, hey, play well before the All-Star break, and you don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah. Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Rain Man in at shooting guard. Alex Len out there with Chris. Then there's Kent Bazemore, and it's Young in at the one. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
Take that.
Len with a screen on Collison. Pass to Chris. There's a good screen. 4 on the shot clock. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And the Kings with possession. Collison with it. 17 points for him last game against Houston. Nicholson passes to Gay. Len grabs the board.
They were right up in his grill. Really gave him no breathing room to release that one clean.
Now Young. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Clippers.
And where I thought he was out of his mind was the playmaking. Time and time again, he set his teammates up for the easy bucket.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Suns shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Something that can bite this Kings roster at times, Chris, is their carelessness with the ball.
Well, turnovers are a big problem for a lot of teams that have the youth that the Kings have. It's something that they should decrease the more this roster gets used to playing with each other. At least their turnovers come from players trying to do too much and share the ball instead of just not having their heads in the game.
Clock at 6. Collison kicks to Gay. Lets it go from 14. Another miss by Gay. And Phoenix has possession. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Deadly from behind the three-point line in that game, and it really gave them the ability, I felt, to stretch that defense out.
And even once the defense extended, the shooters were already in such a rhythm, there was no way to slow them down.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Don't forget about him when he's spotting up like that and knocking them down like that. The offense has to keep getting him the rock.
Bazemore with it. Gay picks him up defensively. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The Suns shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. That free throw good from the Rain Man. And how incredible has it been to see the development of the Orange Juice tandem. 2 rookies just setting the league alight with their incredible play.
And the most jaw-dropping thing for me is how well this pair works together. They know exactly when to cut or where to move in order to set one another up. Boy, they make it look easy.
From the baseline. Here's Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Great hustle from Cousins there. He never stops working on that offensive glass.
Bazemore hits the bucket.
Man, that's just tremendous court vision and timing. That assist was right on the money.
Collison against Young. Outside Collison. Gay can't get it to go. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Rain Man, shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Keep the energy up.
Rain Man's got 5 now.
Just remarkable vision. Young is so talented at spotting the open man.
They set the pick. Pass to Cousins. Len with the block. To the paint. Here's Rain Man. And a look at Prez there, just punishing the rim.
Oh, and you love the ferocity that Prez finished that play off with. No layups for the big fella.
Here's Collison looking for his first basket still in this one. Screen by Cousins. Here's Gay. Another miss by Gay.
His shot is not on target right now. He better figure this out fast.
Bazemore for 3.
Bang.
It's holding by Collison.
Shocking. He bricked that one. That shot usually is money for him.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rain Man. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Young against Collison. It's Gay on the way. Fades and shoots. And he makes that one. Gay's got his first bucket of the night.
You can't forget about the precise mid-range shooting of Gay. He's as good as they come from him.
Here's Rain Man. He's guarded by a Flalo. Len, a screen. Bazemore dishes to Len. And here's Young from the arc. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Kicks to Aflalo. Poked away. 3-on-3. Here's Len. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Len's got his second bucket tonight. The Kings trail by 6. Dishes it to Aflalo. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there.
Suns leading by 4. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Rain Man, he's in at shooting guard. Kent Bazemore is out there with Chris. And it's Young. And it's Len at the pivot spot manning the middle. And it's good for 2. And Dave Yeager, a meticulous coach, considered a great X's and O's guy.
Well, all you can say is he's a hard-working coach, resourcefulness, making adjustments in big games, unassuming personality-wise, but he brings tremendous passion to his job.
Chris, you had a lengthy career that spanned a decade and a half. In all your years as a player, who was the biggest trash talker that you either played with or against?
Well, I'll tell you what, Larry Bird was a big trash talker. I got a chance to play with him in Dream Team and other basketball-type settings. He was one of them. We also got to go with my man GP, Gary Payton. He was a big trash talker, and I'd probably have to go with my man Larry Bird or GP, Gary Payton, 6'4" GP. I was on the plane with him one time, and he was talking trash in his sleep. So, Gary's somewhere talking right now, playing the game. So, yeah, that's Gary's style. He's the biggest trash talker I've ever met.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, they call him Rain Man, and in the last game against the Clippers delivered quite a performance. He finished with 54 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Well, yeah, fellas, we'll see how much he has left in the tank. Will he be exhausted from that last effort or energized by it?
Gay outside. Phoenix grabs the miss. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
Really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
It was all the things we always talk about. I mean, blocking out, giving the extra effort, basic stuff that they were just unwilling to do. And they got killed for it.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
But that's all about going back to the fundamentals. Defensive rebounding, you got to have it, especially when you're getting waxed.
Bazemore gets the bucket.
He's developed a nice in-between game. The D gave him way too much cushion.
Outside Collison. He feeds it to Cousins. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Cousins has got his second basket of the game.
Good play.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Now, what you have to like about Darren Collison is the fact that he gets...
Our defensive effort on Cousins has to be better, guys. He cannot continue.
He's not doing anything
what the defender gives him. He acts as a true facilitator for the rest of the team when he's manning the point guard.
Kufis checked in for the Kings. Tyson Chandler is checked in for the Suns. Bazemore inside the three-point line. Phoenix no good that time either.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Well, that's just not wise to take that shot in that situation. He'll think better of it next time around.
And Chris, with Collison, as you said, he is a jack of all trades as a floor general.
Well, a lot of it is that Collison knows what he can and can't do and plays within himself. Always plays to the tempo of the game.
Knocked loose.
Oh, come
by
on,
Collison.
really?
And Caspi has it in the corner. Good on the triple.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
The pass to Rainman. And here's Young from the arc. And Young just drilling the three there. Nice look.
Yeah, and that's the shot that's dropping for Young when he is playing with confidence.
Here's the screen. There's the dish to Cousins. Doesn't go for him. And Phoenix the other way now. Passes it to Bazemore. From outside the arc. The kick out to Young. Pass to Rainman. Stolen by Gay. Over to the wing. Here is Caspi. He's covered by Bazemore. To the paint. Here's Kufis. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Oh, I love to see the selfishness from Collison. Really whips the ball over to the open man.
Lob it.
Here's Caspi. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Now just a 2-point Suns lead. For Phoenix, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Here's the pass to Rainman. Back to Young. Chandler outside. Shot clock at 5. Off the pick. And the shot is long.
Not a good pick there. If I'm shooting the ball and I'm looking at it, I'm asking, where is the effort? You've got to do a better job of screening.
Young with the ball. Picked up by Collison. Bazemore for 3. Makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game. Brings him up to 4 for 9.
Thank you very much.
He continues to build on his outstanding play during the first quarter.
Outside Collison. He dishes it to Gay. Shot from the wing. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
And that's the level of concentration you can expect with Gay. Unfazed by the intense defense when he's going up with his shot.
Rainman and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And with the NBA game changing rapidly, Chris, the tactics have to change with it. When you look at all the NBA coaches, is there one who stands above the rest who is very good strategically?
Well, you just have to love Greg Popovich. I mean, because you've seen him adapt to the game. He was known for a half-court team when he had the Twin Towers, a slow-down pace, and he got some guards that could take it and shoot the three, and he sped the game up. And that's what you like to see, someone that uses all the rules and strategy of the game.
Yes.
And doesn't just become hardened in one way in playing. And I think his versatility just shows how great of a coach he is.
Well said. And the Kings making a change here. Cauley Stein's checked in. And Phoenix also making a switch. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Kent Bazemore. Bledsoe against Collison. Young for three. And no good. Excellent D there from Aflalo. Feeds it to Collison. The 11-footer. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Well, he hasn't gotten much to fall, and it's costing his team dearly.
And Bledsoe has it in the corner. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Ooh, can't believe he missed that one. I thought for sure that was going in.
Now here's Aflalo. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Houston. Offensive rebound. 2 points. That one goes. Koufos has got 8 points.
Oh, those tremendous reflexes. It just makes him extremely dangerous on the offensive glass.
Passes it to Rainman from downtown. And that three from Prez set up by the pass from Young.
And Young is an unselfish guy, and he was looking to get Prez the ball in that situation.
They set the pick. Cauley Stein with the screen for Collison. Gay outside. High arcing shot. Good on the shot. 8 points for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Young kicks to Bledsoe. Over in the corner, Warren.
There it is.
The three-pointer, no good. The Kings trail by 3. Follow the pass to Collison. The feed now to Gay. Puts it up from 12. He can't hit that time. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
3 turnovers in the quarter alone. A badge.
And we're through.
Hey, man. Thanks, Kevin. No surprise you've played strong early on. What has been the change that's kept you so hot these last few games?
Aggressive early. Got to. Straight to the hoop. Simple.
Bring it in. We have not won this game yet. Listen, guys, we've got
a lot of action around, as always, the Capitol building tonight. We are in Sacramento, and we continue here on 2K Sports. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. It's been a clinic out there by Rainman.
I tell you what, it's a pleasure to watch him when he's at the helm, because of that first half, offensively, he was in a zone.
You love the intuition he brings to the game and the leadership he provides for his team. It's what you're looking for out of your top playmakers.
Collison is out there with a flow. Then there's Rudy Gay. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Nicholson in at the power forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we've seen DeMarcus Cousins become one of the elite big men in the NBA, dominant in the post and even adding the three-pointer to his game. But at times, his temper has overshadowed his talent. Cousins says he's now turned a corner, saying, "My mind has grown. I understand the league better. I understand the politics of it. Now I'm becoming the professional I need to be. It took time." Guys, he understands he now has to lead by example.
He wants to win, David. You know that. Thank you. At the top of the key, Cousins. He kicks to Nicholson. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
And the Suns making a change here. Bender's checked in.
And just look, now with Cousins, we see him becoming that player everyone hoped he would become when he entered the league. It's strange to think he was taken 5th overall in his draft, given his skill set. You would think a lot of GMs would want that duo.
That one goes. Count it.
I mean, he's just been huge today for his team. Without his hot shooting, there's no way they'd have the lead.
Collison dishes to Gay. Pass to Nicholson. Plenty of space. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Suns leading. Into the pass to Rainbow. To the inside. And here's Young. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Bender, no good. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Nicholson kicks to Collison. Here's Cousins. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Cousins has got it all tied up now for the Kings. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third.
There it is.
Bender, no good. Kings have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Outside Collison. Kicks to Gay for the lead. No good. And Phoenix will come the other way. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. To the middle.
And Young is just fantastic in the pick and roll, constantly keeping the defense guessing as to what he's going to do.
Here's Collison. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Holman here now for an injury report.
Guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Suns. Unfortunately, it does not look good at all.
Thank you, David. Really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
And, you know, I know everyone is rooting for him to make a quick and full recovery.
You're right. We know he's a baller, a competitor. And he'll do everything within his power to return to the court as soon as possible.
Tries again. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Caspi, who's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. Alex Lenz checked in for Phoenix. The Suns have gone 7 of 11 from the line. Well, it sure feels like more and more the league is demanded now. More players with skill at every position. Guys, Chris, who can dribble and pass and shoot. Do you think you'd have been even more valued if you played in today's game?
You know what? A legend once told me not to kind of look back and compare or to wonder about what could have been. And I don't know. I do like the fact that when I had that skill set, it was appreciated by my coach, teammates, and some fans. But for most people back then, they would say you're trying to do too much, or it doesn't mean anything to have 5 assists a game or to get guys involved. And, you know, for me, I just thought that the more you can do, the better you are at all skill sets. The more you kind of make yourself valuable to your team, the more you should be on the court, and it validates that. So for me, I just took all my favorite players and I stole from them. I wanted to be like them, and I thank the generations that came before me that allowed me to see what the game should look like, and then, you know, add my own little style and flair to it and do my own thing.
Good point. Young dishes the land. The 15-footer. No good from Rainbow. The Kings trailing. Inside. Stolen by Len. And now here comes Young leading the break. And he dunks it down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Yeah, and he reads it all the way, has that slide court awareness you have to be mindful of.
Cousins with the bucket.
Yet another part of Cousins' game that he's improved. He looks very comfortable attempting any mid-range jump shot he gets.
Phoenix has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. For the tie, that's good from Gay on the assist by Collison. Gay's got 4 points in the quarter.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
I love it. Just like in life, they never gave up. To claw back into this game and not up the score is nothing short of remarkable. He hit a 3 in the first half. Now he's searching for his first outside shot in the second half.
Dishes it to Casper. Screen by Cousins. Caspi passes to Cousins. Misses off the left iron.
He had all the room in the world to get that up, but somehow blew it by rushing it just a tad.
For Sacramento, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. And Caspi kicks to Collison. To the inside. Gay. So they take the lead. Gay's got 16 points.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Young with the ball. Down low. Stolen by Gay. And the Kings pushing it up now. Here's Collison. Got a hand on it. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession.
Freaking anime had me pinned down there. I'm like, don't pass.
Rufus checked in for Sacramento. And the Suns making a change here as well. Knights checked in. Collison kicks to Gay.
One thing you have to appreciate about Rudy Gay is just how fearless he plays on the floor. He goes right at defenders and loves to finish with the dunk. He's very aggressive.
Suns trail by 10. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Rain Man in a 2-guard. Kent Bazemore is out there with Chris. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Young in at the point guard position.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Well, also a miscommunication on defense. No one rotates over. See ya.
And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Alex Lenz checked in for Booker. And with Gay being so aggressive, Chris, with this play, you see it in all sorts of places, like his defense.
Well, Kevin, perhaps the biggest place you'll see this fearless mindset is in late-game situations. He has hit a lot of late-game winners and clutch shots in his career. Not always perfect, but he is never afraid to take the last shot.
Bazemore for 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Here's Nicholson. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And a crafty pass into the lane, perfectly executed.
And one difference this have is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Young against Gay. In the corner, Bazemore with it. 6 to shoot. Rain Man passes to Len. And the 3 off target. Sacramento leading by 6. Gay dishes to a Flalo. There's the pick. Pass to Cousins. He feeds it to a Flalo. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Here's Nicholson. Bazemore grabs the miss. Bazemore's got 3 rebounds now in this one. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Screen by Cousins. Inside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Kings lead by 6. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Glenn, a screen. Here's Rain Man. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Gay outside. There's the dish to Cousins. Eight for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Young against Gay, and Young kicks it to Bazemore. Lets it go. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. To the paint. Here's a follow. It's deflected.
When Cousins has the rock inside, he's ridiculously efficient. He just has such power when he has the ball down low.
Levens checked in for the Suns. The first free throw is good.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
And Chris, the one thing with Cousins is that he is a very strong free throw shooter.
For his career, Cousins shoots over 70%, which is a big plus for a center. He has increased how frequently he gets to the line, so he's seeing more and more free throws as well. Many defenders don't even have an answer for him, other than just a foul.
And you can see it in Prez's eyes. There is no way he's missing that three.
And when he wants to hit from deep, it's almost as if he wills it in if you let it.
They get it back. Here's Collison. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Even when the defense is all over him, Collison just uses his quick release so well when he's operating down low.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
That's just a clumsy turnover there. Just an errant pass that should have never been attempted.
Dude is hot. Find a way.
Outside Collison. Now the pass to Cousins. And he makes good on the layup. Cousins has got 16 points here in the second half.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Len passes to Young. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it. And here's Gay outside. Another miss by Gay.
Oh, he hasn't started this game on the right foot, but it hasn't slowed his team from grabbing the lead.
No good from Raymond.
He's usually very dependable from that range, but the D got themselves in that play and got him off kilter.
Yes.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And I like the way he's settled down here. I mean, after the sloppy first half, he's done a much better job taking care of the ball.
Here's Young. Here's Rainman.
That's how you attack. Wow.
Attack the rim. Move out the way.
Now Collison. There's a good screen. He dishes it to Cousins. Inside. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. Nicholson's got 5 points in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
It's Young on the wing. To the left wing. Here's Bazemore. 2 points. That one goes.
He's unguardable. Nobody been able to contain him here in the fourth quarter. Now 4 of 5 from the field.
Outside Collison. Feeds it to Cousins. A follow outside. Good. It's Cousins picking up the assist. And the Kings lead by 8.
Oh, I tell you what, that's just a solid decision from Cousins. He's very comfortable being the focal point from an offensive point of view, finding wide open teammates because of the attention he demands. Oh, he has been dominant on offense. Who knows where they'd be in this game without his effort?
That's what I'm saying.
Young against Collison. Passes it to Cousins. Gay outside. From outside, off the mark.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Levens passes to Rainman. The feed to Levens. From 13. A follow pulls it in. Kings leading now by 6. Now here's Collison. He kicks it to Aflalo. To the paint. Here's Cousins. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Land's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Rainman. Tries again. Len shot is off.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Pass to Aflalo. Down low, Cousins, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Alex Len picks one up. One item with Rudy Gay, Chris, is that he is very aware of how to take advantage of a mismatch.
And that awareness, Kev, is something that has made Gay such a reliable scorer. A lot of players have one way that they prefer to get buckets, but Gay is comfortable doing whatever it takes. He's gotten better over his career in taking what the defense gives him.
And the Suns making a change here. Bledsoe's checked in. To the inside, and stolen by Cousins. The 3 from Aflalo. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the 3-point attempt.
That free throw good from Aflalo.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
And he makes all 3.
And yet just another thing he does well. He just has a certain feel for this game.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Young with no one around. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 6 points for Justice Young.
And really, Young is never going to pass up a catch-and-shoot opportunity. He's remarkably efficient with those kinds of shots.
Nobody near Gay. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Suns trail by 7. And here's Bledsoe.
Really?
From the stripe. Another shot. And it's laid up and in on a nice move. That time from the Rain Man.
Oh, this guy, his motor is always the same. No matter what the score of the game is, he always remains aggressive.
Kicks it to Cousins. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Alex Len picks one up.
It's very difficult for the D to cleanly contest Cousins. Just a hulking presence who bullies his way into shooting fouls.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
After being a little hesitant in the first, he looked much more intent on getting himself to the strike.
A 3-pointer is right on target.
He's making shots from that area, and the D is not respecting his range. They better respect it now.
Collison kicks to Cousins. Lets it go from 11. The shot is good off the backboard. Cousins has got 12 now in this quarter.
What a total 180-degree turn here. He wasn't making anything in the first half, but he looks like a totally different player now in the second half.
Nice made 3 there from Young, who is set up on the play by Prez.
Yeah, and Young knew to try and find space outside when Prez got the ball. Great sequence there from Orange Juice.
And the call will be against Alex Len.
I approve that steal.
That's his 3rd foul so far. On a situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Misties.
And the first one drops.
And the 6-foot, 175-pound Collison is a vital part of this team. A speedy point guard who can get hot in a hurry.
That one misses.
Go.
Suns trail by 3. To the inside. Here's Rain Man. He's guarded by Aflalo. Gets it to go. That one good from the Rain Man. Sacramento's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Gay dishes to Aflalo. Back to Gay. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. 5 on the clock. Young with the steal.
Go.
Oh, and here comes Young all alone. And Young slams it home. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 14 assists.
A gigantic bucket. You can see why this team trusts Young so much.
Goes up on the high post. No good from Cousins.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Bazemore misses.
You should have passed
you are
that.
shocked when he misses open shots like that. The D should be thanking their lucky stars right now.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. So the first one drops, and that ties the game up.
Pass that.
And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
Now that's a nice trip to the line. Maintaining focus in a tight battle so far.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive from 12 feet out. Bazemore misses. The Kings shooting reasonably well, 45%. And follow kicks to Nicholson. Collison against Young. Collison, the pass to Cousins. Back to Collison. Just 5 on the clock. To the middle. Here's Bazemore.
Yes! That was massive. Huge play there. You got to love this game.
All right, fellas. Let's still take this.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're trailing by 1. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Dave Yeager went over with his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Up to you guys.
Thank you, David.
And you know what? He had to clear some space for himself to get that rebound. Not an easy one there among the big boys.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Bledsoe. He's covered closely. The Suns need to get a shot off.
Look, that rebound was up for grabs to get, but his length really was the determining factor in him coming away with it.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're behind by 1. Just 2 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And guys, it all comes down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound. Maybe one quick pass and then get it up.
And when it comes to athletic small forwards, Gay is the cream of the crop. An aggressive player whose reach really helps him on both offense and defense.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead. And the Suns call time here. They're down by 1. 1 second left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but it doesn't have to be a heave. You can still catch, return, and shoot. They've got one shot at it here, obviously. It's a make-or-break situation.
Dang it. That was my chance to take it right there. That was my chance to take it right there.
Like your tenacity out there. You're showing me something which I like, so keep it up.
How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
That hurts, man.
I mean, I would rather get blown out by 50, right?
Last second.
Ugh. Oh, that's painful. That is just painful. Ugh. Goodness.
The 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, quickly approaching this year's All-Star break. And it's happening out in Phoenix, where the Suns will be going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for Milwaukee, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. And we'll be seeing Giannis Antetokounmpo in tonight's matchup. Still growing as a player, but the talent is certainly there. Shaq, you got any advice for the Greek freak?
People try to compare him to other wing players, Ernie, but he is unique. Main thing he needs to find
the unique freak, Greek freak.
Oh, I like that one. The main thing he needs to find his own way and play his own style.
Yeah, I like the
unique
nickname.
Greek freak.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I would say he needs to keep working on his job.
It's the Milwaukee Bucks, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline. And before the game gets underway, let's go to David Aldridge, who spoke.
Here we go. Let's keep it tight.
Well, guys, when I asked him what impressed him the most about today's opponent, he immediately referred to the explosiveness on their offense. He said they have so many different ways to hurt you that it's impossible to take away everything. It's just about damage control. He acknowledged they've got a big job to do defensively. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. Midway point of the season, game's starting to add up now, Doris. How do the players keep the mental side of their game sharp and efficient?
I think the veterans have always told me, Kevin, that part of that is you just get in a rhythm and a routine. So if you're on the road, you do a certain thing at a certain time of day. You're going to have your meals at a particular point. You're going to head to the arena on the first bus, the second bus. There's a real rhythm and routine to making sure you're staying sharp.
So routine brings sharpness. Is that what you're saying?
I would say that that's a big part of it.
Big part. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Parker and Monroe together inside. Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo, and it's Carter Williams in at the point. And what a solid comeback Jabari Parker made last year after an ACL ended his rookie season before Greg had even began.
Yeah, and what the injury did was force Jabari to become stronger and more well-conditioned in terms of his training. When feeling his best, he's a dynamic scorer off the dribble. Struggles a little on D, but the rest of his game has enormous upside.
No good from Rainman. On offense, here are the Bucks, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And we're able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night.
It's my shot.
And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
Well, it happens sometimes, obviously, where you don't shoot it well. And when your offense is out of sync, you have to gut it out on the other side of the ball.
And Young just drilling the three there. Nice look.
And that's the shot that's dropping for Young when he is playing with confidence.
Stolen by Len. Pass to Rain Man. Len up top. Young from outside. Another three for Phoenix.
And really, Young is never going to pass up a catch-and-shoot opportunity. He's remarkably efficient with those kinds of shots.
Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. Goes back up. Parker. It's hauled in by the Suns. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And I feel they were the superior team, but they didn't take advantage of their opportunities and just could not close that game out.
Young passes to Rainman. Just 4 to shoot. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. One of last year's flashiest free agent signings, 3 years, $60 million. Greg Monroe did not disappoint.
Yeah, really thrived playing a lot at center after having spent the early years at the power forward position. Well-rounded post scorer with excellent court vision, and plus a rebounder at both ends of the floor. That subpar athleticism can hurt defensively at times, but he is an asset on the floor.
Carter Williams with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. To halt the run. Len with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Len. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Carter Williams.
Well, this is the epitome of a cold start. Just 1 for 5.
No good on the triple.
He hasn't been able to shoot for a high percentage this quarter, but he's still pushing the action.
Middleton dishes to Carter Williams. Here's Parker. Young with the steal. And oh, here we go. Warren's got it, the fast break chance. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
That's just all energy. Young really a pest on defense with his quick instincts.
Screened by Parker. Antetokounmpo kicks to Monroe. Stolen by Len. Here's Rain Man. 35 points for him last game against Sacramento.
Well, you have to consider how great he was at challenging the defense and opening up space for his teammates.
And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Rain Man's got far.
Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up.
There we go. I'll take 50%.
I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we wanted more than them. Just keep squeezing that orange juice, gentlemen.
The point totals have looked over the last few months for him.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
Now Carter Williams. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And the foul called on Justice Young. That's his first foul.
Come on, Justice.
Here's Parker.
And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert.
Here's Young. Hits the front of the rim and out. Bucks trail by 10. Carter Williams, the pass to Monroe. The pass to Antetokounmpo. Shot to end this cold run. It's hauled in by Warren. Phoenix has gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range.
Kidding me?
Len dishes to Young. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot.
That was
the bucket's
right
good.
on
He'll
the
go to
ball.
the line. The Suns shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And the Bucks are an interesting team. There was the trade involving Brandon Knight, Michael Carter-Williams a while ago. They signed Greg Monroe to a free agent contract last season. Re-signed John Henson. A lot of moving parts with the Bucks.
And they're still trying to identify the right combination of players because they're still struggling with consistency. On paper, at times, it seems like the team should have more wins than it actually does.
Carter-Williams kicks to Parker. Down low. Antetokounmpo. Land with the block. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Little turnaround. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Young outside. Len sets a screen for Young. The three. Sinks the three-pointer.
See, they're giving him
Young's
3.
got 12 in the game.
And really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
You know, I'm surprised the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. You know, that's their preferred weapon tonight.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Boy, did an excellent job to hit the moving target with the lead pass. That was simply perfectly placed.
Here's Rain Man. 5 points in the game. Young outside. There's the pick. 5 to shoot. The 15-footer. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Middleton. Antetokounmpo passes to Carter-Williams. Carter-Williams with another miss.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
He knows it. He just got locked into scoring mode and couldn't get out of it.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
Boy, they have a chance to put an end to this one before it even really gets started. That's how good their offense has been.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. Booker, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And then for Milwaukee, Splitters checked in for Monroe. John Henson comes in for Parker, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Michael Carter-Williams. Stolen by Dellavedova. Antetokounmpo dishes to Middleton. Now here is Dellavedova. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Nuggets in Denver. The lead now in single digits.
You know, it seemed to me they were shying away from a foul there. The D still has to be a little bit more physical than that. He's got to feel you.
Here's Rain Man, defended by Middleton. Shots good from Young.
They're getting a lot of it. Great job, guys. Nice work.
If they're not giving me my threes, might as well get into him.
I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Remember, you're my Pippen, you're my Jordan.
Yeah.
Finish the perfect with the Suns leading by 10. On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Parker and Monroe together inside. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Carter-Williams, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the three, the small forward. Young's shot is off. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, they call him Rain Man, and in the last game against the Kings, got the job done. He scored 35 points and played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Great job, Dave. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, we know by himself he can win a game for you. He has that kind of talent when he's at full capacity, and right now he couldn't be hotter.
The Suns leading. And here's Young. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento. Here's Rain Man, defended by Dellavedova. No good from Rain Man.
If he were shooting a bit better tonight, they'd be much further ahead in the scoreboard.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. To the paint. Here's Monroe. Rejected by Len. Young outside. Rain Man passes to Young. Offensive rebound. Chris. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
And drafted out of St. Mary's College, combo guard Matthew Dellavedova, the ideal role player.
Yeah, I think Kevin offensively such a good passer, spot-up shooter, defensively very high effort and very physical. You ask his teammates, they love his unbridled passion for the game.
They set the pick. And Young kicks to Len. Rain Man passes to Young. To the inside.
Yeah, just superb work there by Young. So unselfish with the basketball. Really likes getting the ball to his teammates.
Bucks trail by 11. Carter Williams kicks to Dellavedova. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Dellavedova's got 6 points.
You know, that's strong teamwork, leading right to the basket. He put it in the shooting pocket at just the right time.
Pass to Rain. 11 feet away. Second shot opportunity. Count it. Good. Chris has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Carter Williams kicks to Dellavedova. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
Yeah, that's taking the direct approach. He didn't shy away from the size mismatch at all. Just took it right to him.
Bucks trail by 9. Carter Williams kicks to Parker. Here's Monroe. That drops.
Your man
comes
then.
Off an assist from Parker.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Suns have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
You know, rough start for him, but he seems to have turned the corner here in the second period.
The Suns shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And for the Phoenix Suns, it feels like there have been chemistry concerns, Doris, in recent years. Why is that?
You know, Kevin, I think something like that's hard to pinpoint. It just seems like something is off, right? So much of winning in the NBA is about culture. And it's tough to win when people aren't on the same page. For this franchise to turn it around, that's got to change.
It's Young on the wing, defended by Dellavedova. 6 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. Len's shot is off. Bucks trail by 9. And it's Carter Williams in the corner to the middle. Monroe dishes to Parker. Makes it off the glass.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Phoenix has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Young outside. He dishes it to Bazemore. 17-foot shot on the way.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
No question. If you don't take it, you actually go away from what the scheme is trying to create.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Pass to Rain. And that one's drained from the low block. Rain Man's got 9. Bucks trail by 7.
So I was waiting.
Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. And the call will be against Alex Lamb.
That steal.
And that'll be his third foul so far.
Come on, man.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
And Phoenix making a change here. Warren's checked in. Out to the right wing. Back to Carter Williams. Well, so many players can change a game with their physical attributes. And Doris, there are some who can really do it with their vision, with their decision making. Who do you think has stood out in your mind from that basketball IQ perspective.
You know, I think 3 come to mind immediately for me. LeBron James would be at the top of that list. You know, a guy who has shown over the course of his career he can play 5 positions. He is arguably the best, or absolutely in the discussion as the best passer in the league. I think everybody looks at LeBron's frame and thinks simply, he's just a monster. The combination of size and speed, it goes well beyond that. LeBron's IQ is as good as maybe there's ever been. The next guy on that list would be Chris Paul. I mean, he's been considered widely the best point guard in the league for a long time. He's the master picking defenses apart with the ball in his hand. And then the other guy is Tony Parker. I know the system that the Spurs have employed is outstanding, but when you think about the engine, the amount of distance required, and all the reads Tony Parker's been forced to make when the ball's in his hands, I think those 3 guys really jump out at me.
So true. Those 3 are just outstanding. And let's add 2-time MVP Steph Curry as well.
No doubt.
Shots good from Young.
Two-man game, baby.
All those 3-pointers he hit in that first quarter. Looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Screen by Monroe. Parker a screen on Warren. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo, you know, he's already got the personality of a star. And when you look at the overall skill set, I mean, he's very close to becoming an elite player in this league. I mean, he does a little bit of everything. And he can do it in a multitude of positions. That the Greek freak, as they call him, is the kind of player who can become the face of a franchise. And I think also because of his versatility, he's got the kind of game that you can mix and match with other types of players that I think could lead to a lot of success for this franchise.
How can that one get it in between 3 of us?
Got 6.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Rain Man. And a hard slam there from Prez to finish off the play.
And that's the athleticism that had him so highly touted coming into the league.
Antetokounmpo passes to Monroe. The fader. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. 8 points for him. And talking about the potential of Giannis, some experts feel he's only a jump shot away from being a perennial all-star.
And he's cleaned up his mechanics as well, still trying to develop that consistency. But on the playmaking side of things, he has excellent vision, also racks up a lot of rebounds, blocks, and steals. So 2 things he really needs to avoid, though, to take the next step: turnovers and foul trouble.
Young against Carter Williams. Parker up top. He had 13 points in the win against Denver.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
Young with the ball. It's stolen by Carter Williams. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Come on, man.
Here's Young. He's got 18. Down low. Here's Rain Man. The shot, no good. And Milwaukee the other way now.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
In the sun. And so that's the end of the first half.
Bad first half for me. I was only 1 for 5 from 3-point range. Ugh.
Bring it in.
We
have not won this game yet. Listen, guys, we've got
the streets around this beautiful arena in downtown Phoenix, the home of the Suns. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You look at Justice Young in this game, he's been everywhere.
How about the magic touch he had on display there in that first half in terms of finding his teammates? Just a plethora of assists.
Well, I liked his composure. You don't identify him as a natural playmaker, but he's worked on it, and certainly it has come in handy tonight.
Rain Man, he's in at shooting guard. Kent Bazemore is out there with Chris, and it's Young, and it's Tucker in at the center, filling out the middle. who's out there for Phoenix. Knocks down the three ball. Bazemore's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there? Because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Yeah, if it was inside, he'd have a hard time getting that shot. But beyond the three-point line, he has a little extra space to let it fly.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge. He's reporting
fouling.
from the sideline.
Chris Middleton is a prototype off guard. He likes to run off screens, catch, and shoot. He described his mindset saying, just space the floor, be patient, not force anything, and move the ball. Let those guys penetrate and find the best shot for the team. Team player indeed, Kevin.
Thanks, D.A., and he's developing his postgame. He can get in the paint now when they need him to. Alex Lenz checked in for P.J. Tucker. Carter Williams kicks to Antetokounmpo. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
That's exactly how to work it to your advantage. If you're the big man, take your guy down low.
This is his third trip to the free throw line. Well, Doris, you've continuously been a leader when it comes to sports broadcasting, especially for men's basketball. Tell us a bit how being in such a tremendous role has affected your career, how you've handled it all.
You know, think about how lucky I've been. Since I've been 7 years old, Kevin, I've played the game, coached the game, or now broadcast the game. It's truly, since I've been 7, shaped everything I do in life. It's amazing.
And I'm sure they've each helped you separately. Like playing gives you a certain coaching the same way.
No question.
As you go through it.
Yeah, you know, I've often said playing the point guard position is the perfect position to attack broadcasting from, right? Because a point guard's responsible not just for that position, but the other 4 on the floor. And then coaching, sure, you know, the heartbreak, the competitiveness, all the things that you pour your heart and soul in. But seriously, how lucky am I?
Well, you've got such respect from the viewers, from the listeners. It comes out every time you say something.
Thanks, Kev.
Carter Williams dishes to Middleton. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Carter Williams.
They wanted a fast start coming out of the break, and they are now 3 for 3.
Len, good.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Carter Williams. He's looking for Middleton and finds him. But he gets it back. Second chance shot. He can't get it to go.
He's been so inconsistent from the field, and that makes it hard for these guys to catch up.
At the top of the key, Len. Here's Rain Man. The kick out to Young. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Greg Monroe. Monroe's got 6 rebounds in the game. Antetokounmpo passes to Carter Williams. Back to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. He kicks it to Carter Williams. At the tip, it's good on the putback. That's 12 points for Greg Monroe.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Rain Man passes to Young. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Yeah, and Young has a beautiful touch from the mid-range, really sticking it to the D from there.
Antetokounmpo, that one good for 2.
Well, that's great patience. Work the ball until you find a mismatch for the easy bucket.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Chris Middleton. Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. One thing you know you're getting with Alex Len is size. He's legit 7'1".
Bang.
He can be intimidating with his size on the floor. And he has some pretty easy moves for a player that size.
I think Kevin Len is continuing to find ways to make the most of his height and length. That spot-up jumper has a high release, very hard to bother that one. And he's just got to find consistency with that baby hook. Nobody is going to be able to get to that shot when he releases it.
Bazemore misses.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Carter Williams dishes to Monroe. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. 6 attempts for him at the line. He's made 4. That free throw good from Monroe. Henson's checked in for the Bucks. And so Greg Monroe nails both of them. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and it'll go to the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
Both free throws good from the Rain Man. Bucks trail by 3. Carter Williams kicks to Henson. It's stolen. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Bazemore gets the bucket. Bazemore's got 7 points here in this quarter. Here's Dellavedova. 8 points for him. Henson with the screen. Trying his luck deep. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Phoenix leading by 5. Here's Rain Man. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Both free throws good from the Rain Man.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Henson with the screen.
Oh, we got to keep taking it to the hoop.
Antetokounmpo passes
Shot's
to
not
Carter
falling.
Williams. Here's Monroe, and there's the feed to Henson. Carter Williams. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Suns have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. And the Suns making a change here. Warren's checked in. Bucks trail by 7. Now Dellavedova. Screen by Monroe. Here's Henson. There's a good screen. Dellavedova from outside. And again, the Bucks miss. Suns leading by 7. Bazemore with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. And Kent Bazemore with the 3. Bazemore's got 10 points.
You know, the D backs off in three-point territory. He'll take that shot all day long.
Now here is Dellavedova. 8 points for him. And here is Warren to the inside. And Len gets it to go on the assist by Warren. And now it's a 12-point Phoenix lead. Now here is Dellavedova, guarded closely. Now the dish to Antetokounmpo. And it's Carter Williams in the corner. Monroe somehow ignores the tight D and gets the way up. He's got 16.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
There's the pick. And there's the pass to Rainman. Pulls up. Again, Phoenix.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Monroe's shot is good.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And that's the smart move. I mean, exploit that size advantage every chance you can.
And so the ball out of bounds. Henson touched it last. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for the Bucks.
And they've got really good balance here. I mean, the three ball hadn't been the strongest weapon today for them, but I'd say keep the dose just about the same. Don't change the recipe. When you've got that open shot, you got to take it.
Young passes to Rainman. Plan a screen. Here's Rainman. Tries again. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
All right.
Suns leading by 21 on the court for the Bucks. Parker and Henson are at the forward slots. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Chris Middleton, and it's Monroe in at the 5 spot. Shots good from Young.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting about 42% so far. Dellavedova dishes to Henson. They set the screen. Back to Dellavedova. Screen by Monroe. 5 to shoot. For 3, Middleton. Offensive rebound, Bucks. Monroe, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Young outside. Baseline jumper. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And that's 11 points for Brandon Knight.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Screen by Parker. Dellavedova kicks to Parker. They can't stop the run with that one. And for the Suns, they're shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Got that one up quick. Rain Man's got 21.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
In just about every phase, they have dominated. Lockdown defense, explosive offense. This has been special.
Dellavedova kicks to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Monroe's shot is good.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
The Suns have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And Young kicks to Knight. And a moment now to discuss injuries. Something, Doris, that all teams have to deal with, the most players as well from time to time. Let's get your take on what's the key to staying healthy.
Well, I think obviously most professional athletes realize that they have a limited window with which to make money with their body. And so if you are smart from the time you enter the league going all the way through your career, you're doing the right things. You're getting the proper rest. You're paying attention to nutrition. You're getting massages. You're going to the chiropractor. You're taking all kinds of both proactive and preventative steps to stay healthy. From a league perspective, this is obviously crucial because they know that the players are their most important commodity. And so you're starting to see individual teams and organizations track the movements of their players, both in practice and in games. That kind of data is critical because if you see somebody wearing down, if the data is in fact telling you, okay, Dwayne Wade has run far too much in the last week, let's dial back practice. Let's sit him one game. I think the key is just continue to use data and continue to use what we now know and what we will know in the future to try to protect guys.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Akers checked in for Henson. Rashad Vaughn comes in for Parker. Brogdon, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Tyler Ennis in for Matthew Dellavedova. Dishes to Maker. Pass to Vaughn. Inside. And Monroe. The bucket on the assist by Maker. Monroe's got 14 points here in the second half. Outside Knight. Passes to Rainman. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Maker.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Feeds it to Ennis. Monroe up top. Here's Maker. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Chris. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Tyson Chandler. He's checked in for Phoenix. Analytics certainly have jumped up in their usage around the NBA. Doris, how do you feel it's been used? Is it here to say? Where's it going?
You know, this has been such a fascinating discussion amongst players and coaches. The coaches, by and large, will tell you, yes, we like analytics, but I have to coach by feel. And I don't think you can overvalue or undervalue either one. You're never going to take a step back, Kevin. The metrics of it are too important in terms of how we're able to track the movements of players. They haven't worked hard enough today. We can go hard again tomorrow. I think it's all important, but I think the best organizations are the ones who look at things in its totality.
It's taught me about the game. I mean, and the things that maybe I've never thought about
like
as a
what?
fan. Well, like, the success of jump shots between 10 and 16 feet. How many times the guy goes to his right as opposed to his left. What his favorite block is to set up in. How much he's been used in practice during the week. Where they're going to go defensively, where the weak spots are. Just different things to consider, which gives you a taste of what coaches and organizations go through during a game, during preparation, and getting ready for their opponent.
Yeah.
There's so much to consider, and you can be overloaded by analytics too.
You were sitting there describing that, and I thought these are all excellent points. At what point does it become overload? At what point are you able to filter out the necessary things? I imagine that's an art.
Both free throws good from the Rain Man.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Monroe against Chandler. And Monroe kicks to Parker. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor. Suns leading by 21. To the paint. Stolen by Middleton. Carter Williams, the pass to Middleton. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Phoenix has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. A nice shot by Knight.
Talking about one of the more dangerous long-range shooters in the game. Knight knows he's got talent and not afraid to show it.
Screen by Monroe. Parker outside. Back to Carter Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And they'll turn it over. Did not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And in the past few years, Doris, the league has looked to provide more transparency on officiating. This is an interesting topic. Do you feel that's a move in the right direction, the transparency?
Well, from a fan's perspective, certainly, because you want to make sure that what you're watching is legitimate. You want to know that, okay, they might have missed this call or that call, and that's the human aspect that you can't fix. I do understand the players' and coaches' perspective that it's frustrating to them because it never changes the outcome. So from their perspective, they're sitting there saying, don't tell me that. I don't need to know. I already knew. You don't have to confirm my feeling. But from a fan perspective, I would want that kind of transparency.
Does it undercut, though, the view that we as fans have of the officials? And they say some games, last 2 minutes, may have 9 things that were wrong. And now you're wondering, why are these guys even out there officiating when there were 9 things wrong in the final 2 minutes?
And because you cover college basketball, you know as difficult as this has been for NBA officials because they have been under the glare and the microscope. And I do wonder if that's contributed to sort of a snowball effect. You know the officiating at the NBA level is the best in the world.
It is. Chandler with the screen on Parker. And here's Young from the arc. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Knight's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, that shows a sign of maturity, guys. Everyone expecting Knight to try and score it. Instead, he finds the open man.
Screen by Monroe. Antetokounmpo dishes to Monroe. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket, shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Carter Williams with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Parker, a screen on Young. Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. Lets the 3 fly. Milwaukee the rebound.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard, gets them another possession, and allows them to run even more clock.
Young passes to Chandler. Right through the D for the layup. And the Suns lead by 20.
Listen, percentage-wise, Chandler has forever been one of the best at finishing around the rim.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Monroe. The 17-footer. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Carter Williams kicks to Antetokounmpo. He feeds it to Parker. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
You know, just simple recognition of a size mismatch and going up strong.
Chandler with a screen for Knight. Shoots from the baseline. No good on that one. Excellent D there from Parker. Bucks trail by 18. Carter Williams with it. Screen by Monroe. Parker outside. Back to Carter Williams. Down low. Here's Monroe. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And he knocks down the first one. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Knight. And so Greg Monroe nails both of them. Suns leading by 16. Booker outside. No good with the triple.
You know, he clearly hasn't been as sharp as usual, but they're still scoring as a team.
Middleton the pass to Carter Williams. Kicks it down to Middleton. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And that's 15 points for Chris Middleton.
Lined it up and knocked it down. His 2nd triple tonight.
Chandler outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And Booker kicks it to Bazemore. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Bazemore's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Timeout. Guard it. Nice job, Orange Juice. Hustle up, take a seat.
Look at me, I've been shooting like crap.
Listen up. We have these guys back on their heels. And now they're playing like they're desperate.
And because of his college team. Came out of Kentucky, and that team was loaded with talent, headlined by Karl Anthony Towns. He was actually the 4th player off that team to be drafted. Insane that he went just 13th.
Shoots from 12. Middleton can't get it to go. Phoenix leading by 16. And Bazemore kicks to Young. Pass to Rainman. From past the arc. Kept alive. The kick out to Young. Here's Rainman. Defended by Middleton.
Hey, move around.
The feed to Chandler. And Bazemore kicks to Booker. The second chance effort. And the jumper falls for him. And the Suns lead by 18. Milwaukee has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. There's a screen. Antetokounmpo kicks to Monroe. And the Bucks miss again.
That's an outstanding effort there. Everyone knows he can shoot from that distance, and the D did a terrific job making it difficult.
You just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
This is as close to a done deal as you can get.
Carter Williams dishes to Parker. Inside, here's Monroe, and Chandler sends it back.
Well, tremendous instincts and great position. Chandler scoping that one the entire way.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Suns.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Well, you know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off. No surprise here, just a big-time performance for Young.
Well, to me, he was the key to their ball movement. Great job finding the open man and keeping that offense flowing with the way he was passing.
And it's the Bucks ball. It's an 18-point game. Carter Williams, the pass to Monroe. Back to Carter Williams. Screen by Monroe. Carter Williams can't get it to go. And Booker kicks to Young. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Booker. He dishes it to Chandler. Kicks to Young. 5 on the clock. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
That's what you want to do. You want to take care of business at home and reward your proud fans. I mean, they did a special job tonight.
One for 8.
Kevin, thanks. Big numbers for you on offense tonight. How were you able to get your shot going so consistently?
Oh, man, I put in work.
We have landed. Man.
Air Force One coming in for a landing? Let's go. Wasn't even close. The boys didn't stand a chance.
Tower,
what was you playing like?
Tower, this is press coming in for landing. Tower, over. 6999. Yep.
Corny. Those dudes are cornier than I am. And I'm corny. Ooh. I get time to call it a night. I should have taken that other game. Had that buzzer beater. Get a little practice in first. Can't let Justice down. Come on.
Hey, Coach.
Yo.
Hey, I wanted to ask you something. If you got a sec.
Yeah. What's up, Prez?
What's going on with Denver?
What do you mean?
I mean, is he going to be back on the team?
Oh, Denver. Jeez. Sorry, I was thinking about
What did
something. I didn't know what you were talking about. Denver. Yes. Is he? I don't know, man. I really don't. It's not my call.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking about it, and I feel like they cut him so soon, and he was just coming into his own, and I feel like he deserves another shot.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
And if I tell you and you tell them, maybe we could get the ball rolling. I mean, everybody on the team likes him, and he's a good part of what we got going, you know?
Sure. Yeah, I agree. I like him. He's funny.
So, could you make it happen?
Yeah, if they ask me, I'll put in a good word for him. All right?
What can you tell them? Like for me, maybe?
You really want him back on the team, huh? You're a good kid. Listen, I have a meeting with management tonight about filling out the roster, so I'll put in a good word. All right?
That's all I'm asking for.
All right.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, no problem. What's how much longer are you practicing?
I'm actually heading out.
All right, cool.
I'll see you later.
All right. Check this out. Touch net. Got it.
Shot is off. Well, that's all the bunnies got. Time to go to bed, people. Much love.